Okay, so this should work hopefully. Okay, so sorry about that, Quokkalings. So this should be working for now. It seems that OBS crashed again, and unfortunately, that is an indicator that my video card issues are still a thing, which is really sad to hear about. Oh, okay. Now I'm wondering if maybe I should just have a permanent setup of my laptop, because the laptop is at least new, and that's like hopefully more consistent because of that. But this is also my main setup. It would be very nice to have it, you know, consistently working. Man, I really need a new motherboard and a CPU, I think. At some point it'll happen, but it's gonna take a little bit more time for now. For now though, here we are, we're back. In hindsight, maybe I should have we could have finished the stream there, because I only have like I don't have that much time left to finish up. But for now, it'll do, right? Welcome back for those coming back in. And thank you for coming back in. Super appreciated. It's just unfortunate that I don't really have a way to fix this at the moment. I thought for sure the clean install of the video card would probably do something good, but clearly we're not quite there yet. Something is going on, and maybe, you know what? I wonder if I can check if my CPU health is okay. How to check CPU health. This is pretty much telling me I need to get my CPU ARM made ASAP too, because it's gonna run out this year. The CPU RMA time frame, so hopefully we can get that going at some point. This is Shasta, welcome back. Does YouTube only give you amount of time or the PC failing? So hi Sass. It's not YouTube. It's just the computer that is failing, I think. It's a CPU issue. What CPU do you have? I have a i9-13900, I think. 13900K. So it absolutely should have enough power to run, at the very least, Final Fantasy. Mr. Sauce says, not if you need me to message me in Discord and I'll help you try to figure it out sometime. Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe, perhaps. I'm almost already certain I know what it is already, which is the motherboard. The motherboard that I have is like finicky with this specific CPU. Seth says it there too. Oh, they had an issue, I think, with the 12 and 14. Yeah. So I think that was, again, it just happens to be a Nanashi lucky thing, where when I decided to replace my old CPU to upgrade it, I might have chosen one that, you know, doesn't work with my motherboard, or it does, but, you know, very finicky. The solution to what I've seen so far is to just undervolt the CPU to make it, you know, not overcharge and crash when that does happen. But I've done that already, and it's still doing the crashes. So either I set a voltage wrong, where it's still hitting those peaks, and then that's what's causing the issue, or by the time I finally figured out that solution, my CPU is already worked, and I need to RMA it. So we'll have to see. In fact, actually, I could probably get you the exact model that I'm pretty sure it's on 13900K. United says, I'm probably going to head off to bed. I've returned. I indeed have returned. It's not going to be very long, but at least it's restarted, you know. While listening to Progress, I'm addicted to help. Well, as long as you're enjoying the music, that's good. Star Rail does have some banger music, so understandable, for real. Until then, though, please enjoy your Prog-Boy. Please get a lot of rest, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be streaming again, so maybe Pokemon? I don't know if we're going to do Pokemon or Final Fantasy yet. In fact, actually, you know what? Part of me also wants to give League of Legends a try again, but I have to install the beta version of OBS for that to work. Which, actually, maybe that might be a way to try to fix this, because at least that would be a newer version of OBS. Maybe that fixes some things too. Same to you, Nanashi. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I did Ryaku and Suzaku today, Seth says. Oh, okay. Very nice. How did that go? Were you able to clear them? Was it fun? Did you get some gear? Hope everything went well. That sounds awesome. And if you did clear it, congrats. And we leveled. Nice. Level 12. Also, OBS behave. Yes, please. OBS, please behave. I can't have this keep happening. Especially when I'm doing League of Legends. That actually, you know what? That's kind of what scares me. If I play League of Legends and I'm in a ranked match like I usually do, and it decides to either freeze and crash my League of Legends or OBS, I would be in deep trouble. So, ooh, maybe it isn't a good idea to start yet. But then again, I've played full matches of League recently, and it seems to be okay. Well, I mean, that was with OBS not running, so. Says we did clear it. It was a close call with Byaku, and Suzaku was super clean, but we killed them both. Nice. Very nice. I'm glad to hear that's the case. That was good to hear the Quokkalings getting some progress done, especially with Byaku and Suzaku. That's big stuff, man. Congrats. I can't wait to join you guys on those quests at some point. I'm gonna have to gear up first though, because I think my White Mage gear is kind of low level. It's still mostly the artifact armor, so. But it is good gear, so. You know what? Let me look at the time here. Let's see. Yay, I need more gear. I was third string, but it's a work in progress. That's there. I mean, slowly but surely, right? I'm glad that it's happening and it's going there, right? So keep up the good work. You got this. Here we see how people feel in 30 minutes. Okay, that works too. Let's see. I had to check something else while we're at it. You know, I'll check later. I don't want my computer to freeze up and crash OBS again. The worst thing is I can only see if OBS crashes when I see you guys chatting about it, because for some reason the OBS crash message always ends up behind the window that my OBS is on and doesn't appear in front of it. So I just see you guys suddenly saying like, oh, the OBS crash or something, and I'm like, huh? And I look at the recording icon and it's gone. I'm like, okay. Why are we not pulling? Oh, we hit for 23? That was spicy. This is exactly. I got all my jobs at 37 at least now. Nice. You're in sub job heaven. That is a great place to be. You don't have to worry about leveling anything up to that point anymore. You don't have to go to the dunes anymore. That's exciting too. Big congrats. Can't wait until we level something again together soon, hopefully. He's gonna leave at the same time, so I guess we're disbanding around 30, which is fine. That's, you know, roughly around the time I wanted to finish up anyway, so. Let's see, Seth says, what? I've never heard of the dunes, trying to forget it. Yeah, dunes is a special place. You kind of do want to try to forget about the dunes over time. But you never really truly escape though the dunes, because you have Cape Terrigan too, which is pretty much dunes too, so no escape. Be gone, demons. This lizard is a demon, I swear. If anything, the rabbits are the demons in this map. Lol, Dunes 2 Electric Boogaloo, indeed. Dunes 2. Cape Terrigan. Mr. Shasta says Dunes 2 Electric Hell Boogaloo. You guys said it at the same time too, that's amazing. Let's see, Gundam says, I love Dunes, Noob Dunes, Hardcore Dunes, they're all good. It do be nice. It's a great place to level. It's sometimes a bit scary depending on how your party is. Did I miss? I missed! I have a jack-o'-lantern on too, that's rude. That is a big sag. When a samurai weapon misses their weapon skill with a jack-o'-lantern on of all things. And he missed again! Very evasive, this heel lizard. There we go, there's a hit. To the next one. Jump! Let's see, Seth says I plan to get Dragoon to 75 next one. That's fun. Dragoon sounds neat too. Get that penta thrust going. Good times. Yeah, it must be everyone's favorite once you hit like the 60s, because that's when you can like stab all the bats and everything. All the flyers, really. He got petrified, huh? Now we're... Okay. Great Katana, 0.2. Nice. Yeah. Everlong was petrified. We could tank it though. I'm sure the rest of us can tank it. That and heal better than some healers. Sometimes that's true. You have the healing breath sometimes, so... The good old dunes. It is sandy, it's wet. There's sometimes demon bunnies that want to eat your face. Good times. I missed. How did I miss? Let's see, when someone is 50 plus or lower, use Kiraga 4. Kiraga 4? That seems like a bit overkill. Is there even a Kiraga 4? I think it's a Kiraga 3, right? Oh, you're talking about the wyvern? Does it cure better? That's amazing. Dragon Breath can be up to tier 4. That's amazing. That's some good heals. Oh no, it's slimy. Lizard slimy. Slimy lizard bad. The sword's gonna just slide right off it. Cure 9. Do you need it? I would love Cure 9. I know there's a spell list video somewhere out there on YouTube that I sometimes just pull up to watch all the spells. It's really satisfying sometimes to just do that and sit there and enjoy all the spells I don't have. Because I think retail gets like Cure 7 or something eventually, and that's always cool to watch. Or Protect 7 or something, I don't know. It gets really high up there. Let's see. Yeah, certain requirements. Yeah, that's bonkers that you could even consider doing that. That's amazing. Let's see. Kiraga 4 is Benediction, which is nice. Kind of wish Benediction was just complete full heal for everybody just once, which would be pretty nice. But it does heal already quite a bit, so it's essentially a full heal either way. Come here, lizard. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna unfortunately hit 13 today, unless we somehow speed up and get really lucky. But that's okay. We got some good leveling today either way. And our great katana is still going up, so that's nice. That's also in part why I'm kind of scared to do Fort Gelstra. Think about it though, because when I was really feeling the gimp for Dark Knight and Warrior when I was partying here. It's hard to hit things. So I'm kind of okay with just kind of letting it naturally level up like this. So you can get all the skill ups you can. Don't be scared. It's amazing. You do have any number of people. And it's money. That's true. I'm not really scared of it. It's more like it's just an inconvenience, especially when you're trying to skill up things. Maybe if you already have the things you need skilled up already. And if you need the guild too, I suppose. A lot of this will be solved with Hasso though, once we get it for Samurai. Should at least. Hopefully it should. Oh, excuse me. Got a yawn in me. Okay, let's see here. The speed is picking up though, I will say, which is nice. I don't know if it's enough for us to get 3,000 EXP though in time. Don't judge it yet. Let's heal our extra HP and get a little bit left. A little extra. Was Buckeye's poisoned? I'd have to assume so, with how much HP they're under. Yeah, nice hit. Only 10 more of those to go, so we can weapon skill. And we missed. I wonder how being an adventurer in Final Fantasy 11, and you know what, for that matter, if you guys can choose an adventuring world to be like Isekai to, which one would it be? And I have a feeling some of you are going to say Overlord, and I'm going to quickly stop you there, because I feel like unless you're Ainz, you're not going to have a very good time in Overlord world. I would not mind living in a Final Fantasy 11 world, I think. It's really legit just kind of adventuring for the most part, and then sometimes you have to deal with the occasional world-ending situation, but it's not too bad. Next to that, maybe for me, Konosuba. Konosuba feels like it would be a very fun world to live in too. And the stakes aren't nearly as bad. How about you guys? What kind of fantasy world would you guys prefer to live in if you were Isekai tomorrow? I feel like I'd want to also try the Fate Grand Order world, but maybe not as the main master. The main master would be being the main master is a lot of pressure, so I don't know about that, but Mr. Sauce says I'm thinking lol. There's a lot of fantasy worlds out there, so that's understandable. Choose wisely. Let's see, Danmachi. Oh, Danmachi would be an interesting one too. I feel like that'd be a pretty fun one to live in as well. Definitely Danmachi. Okay, there you go. You're committed. You know what? Oh, ooh, wait. Let me reconsider that. I was gonna say the Yu-Gi-Oh world actually would be pretty fun. Maybe the 5Ds world would be pretty cool. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. Actually, dual school kind of sounds fun too. I wouldn't mind that either. The GX world. Regular Yu-Gi-Oh, GX, or 5Ds. If I chose the Yu-Gi-Oh world, it'd be one of those three, I think. Let's see. She also says, also, I would least like to live in ReZero. ReZero, if you're Subaru, you're in a very, very, very bad position. Let's see. Gundam says, fantasy world I would like to isekai to is F-Zero. F-Zero's would be an interesting one. I never got to play the games, other than just the game itself. Like, oh, okay, that's weird to say. I don't really know the story of F-Zero, but I would imagine it's just a speed world. According to my very caveman knowledge of F-Zero, but that sounds fun. Pokemon would be interesting too. If not for like half of those Pokédex entries are horror stories. So I don't know if it's a very safe world to be in. I mean, I guess it would be practically like our world right now, plus Pokemon, which would be interesting, I suppose. Show me your moves, Captain Falcon. I suppose. I mean, all I got is this katana. I'm going to show you all the moves I can do. There's other fantasy worlds I would love to be part of. There's one, I feel like there's one in the back of my head I'm trying to remember very desperately to say, but I can't remember what it is right at this moment. What is it? There's definitely one out there. I just can't remember. Persona. Persona would be interesting. I would not mind being in a Persona world either. If I had to choose one, ooh, I think it would have to be between P5 and P3. I love P4 also, but P5, P3 would probably be the ones I would choose. What else is out there? Let's see, P4, P5 for me. I mean, P4 is cool too, but I like I like all three of them. I just, in that order, is my preference of which ones I like the most, I think. What else is out there? You know, I could probably check my Steam library to get a better idea too. Let's see. It's not like we're kind of just auto attacking here at the moment, so it's nothing too hard to do. I saw a poison breath somewhere there. Let's see. Blaze Blue is one of the ones that popped up on my list immediately, and Blaze Blue would be interesting if I had an ability. Blaze Blue would be an interesting world to be into. So a lot of things happened in that world too, so I don't know if that's something I would really want. Dead Space, no, Dead Rising 2, none of those games. I'd rather live my normal, my normal life rather than being hunted down by zombies 24/7. Okay, actually, the one exception to that maybe if I was a main character and I had like protagonist or John Wick privileges, Resident Evil. The one exception to that would be Resident Evil. And if I was like a super soldier or something, then that would be kind of interesting and fun, I guess. Let's see what else is on my list here. Suikoden would be an interesting fantasy world to live in, but it can get very Games of Thrones very quickly if you're not careful. There's a lot of games out there I'd love to be a part of. Ragnarok Online, actually, that's another nice one. If you're an adventurer there, at least you can revive if you get knocked out. I guess that's most games though too, so. Ooh, that was a nice combo. Nice wasp sting too. I love the Trauma Center series to death, and I would love to be a doctor, but I almost certainly do not have the smarts for such a thing. I wish I was better at chemistry. Whenever I had to take chemistry at school, it was easily my worst subject, next to history. I don't know. I guess I'm not very good. I'm not bad at math, actually. I'm pretty decent at math. But remembering tidbits and facts and memorizing large amounts of things is probably what kills it for me. Like chemistry, knowing all the... I don't think you need to know all the masses and everything. That if you're a super chemist, then maybe, but like the periodic table does a lot of memorization already that I have to try to remember. And in history, it's kind of similar, where you just have to remember a ton of facts and a ton of things that happen in history, and then know why it happened. Nowadays, I feel like it'd be a very interesting thing to try to learn. When I was younger, learning history was easily very, very boring to me. Nowadays, though, I feel like I have a lot more interest in it. Maybe it's because I do have a bit more time to actually understand and read through said history at this point. Actually, now I'm curious, Quokkalings, what were your worst subjects? I wonder if it was just me. Actually, I never got to take physics, and I feel like physics would have probably been a better match with me than chemistry, but never got to take it, so unfortunate. Congrats. Well, the EXP is ramping up a bit now. We actually might hit 13. Okay, let's see what they say. I think that's pretty much where we'll finish up for today too. Okay, fun party. Okay, Shasta says math. Math wasn't really your thing. I like math. And I was decent at it. I wasn't the worst. It made sense to me for the most part. So, if I could do it again now, I probably would have to recap a lot of different things and re-memorize a lot of different things. I don't know if you guys had to do geometry, but geometry was, oh my gosh. The postulates, the theories of why a thing is a triangle. God. 3 180-degree angles or something. I don't even remember. I have to go through my postulate rules again, but I don't know if anyone had to suffer through that too, but that was Mr. Sausage, somehow I could do all the science stuff off reading things and intuition, but difficult was hell for me. Which is kind of funny how that works, right? Sometimes it's like math it's in itself is actually relatively logical, I guess would be the best way to put it. It's relatively logical, but getting to some solutions is kind of tricky sometimes, and it's kind of weird that way. Especially when they start introducing like constant numbers that have to be remembered and whatnot. Pi, like cotangents, that kind of thing. Well, I guess not cotangents, but I think you get what I'm trying to get at here. I wonder if I could still do linear algebra. I think I could. At least linear algebra, I think I could still do. Calculus, I could do also, probably. Well, one of my favorite maps actually was, oh, what was the class called? It was, it's like theoretical math versus, it wasn't statistics. It was like, it's a specific type of math that you learn to, like where you learn like truth gates and true-false math for computer science. Was it logic? No, it was let me see if I can find what the class was called. Comp sci. Oh, truth tables were what they were called, I think. But it doesn't tell me what the actual name of the class was. That was my favorite one though, because it made sense with my major. I was a comp sci major, right? So being able to learn things through truth tables and how it logically made sense clicked with me, and that was really fun. Seven times 7, 49. I don't know if you guys will ever get that reference. It's somewhere in YouTube, somewhere. You'll find it. If you know it, you know it. Okay. Okay. Man, those were the days of YouTube. Wonder if you guys watched the same things I did when YouTube was around, like when it first started coming out. Actually, now to think about it, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of old school YouTubers that were very popular that I'm kind of wondering where they went. The golden age of YouTube was really fun though. There's a lot of creative things that came out. Things were genuinely funny for the most part. I almost got poisoned there, but good thing we dodged it. Tachi NB! I didn't get a skill up for that, but that's okay. What's our combat skill at? Oh, we finally capped our great katana. At least we're capped on something. I've been trying to cap Scythe and Greatsword at the same time for Dark Knight, and I still haven't gotten either of them capped yet. Funny enough, I think the crossbow might be the closest thing to being capped on that job still. Let's see, Arcaneus, welcome to the stream. It's nice meeting you. I'm Head Chef Nanashi, I'm the head quack here. Let's see, I just got back to XI. I started trying out Horizon, but I settled on Cat's Eye. I can't take the no teleports. That's fair. Everyone has their own, you know, like preferences to how the speed of the server should be. I haven't actually played Cat's Eye yet, but I'm pretty happy here at Horizon. It's pretty much, to me personally, for the most part, the closest thing to like old school retail, where you have to kind of figure out outpost warps and that kind of thing too. The no teleports thing, yeah, I can understand though. It does become an inconvenience at times, which eventually you can solve with the outpost warping. I don't know if I don't know if you were able to